You ever just stare down at your lunch plate and think, am I actually doing this right? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the science behind our amazing Indian thali. Get ready to figure out how to perfect your plate, not with a bunch of crazy rules, but with wisdom that's been around for ages. Okay, should I go for roti or rice today? Is this spoonful of ghee going to be a problem? I mean, if these questions sound familiar, then you know the daily struggle. You're caught between what tastes good, what mom told you, and what some health guru on the internet is yelling about. The good news? You are so not alone in this. And you know what the even better news is? The solution is literally right there, on your plate. This isn't about giving up your favorite foods. Not at all. It's about understanding this really powerful idea of balance that's already built into the DNA of the Indian thali. Okay, so what's the secret? It all comes down to a really simple, super memorable rule. We're calling it the 50-30-20 magic formula. Seriously, this one idea is going to completely change how you look at every single meal. So here it is. This is the magic formula. And what's so cool is that it actually blends ancient Ayurvedic wisdom with modern science from the World Health Organization. So picture your plate. About half of it, that's 50%, should be vegetables and lentils. That's for your fiber and vitamins. Then about 30% is for your greens, your roti, your rice, for those essential energy carbs. And the last 20%, that's for your proteins and healthy fats, from things like paneer, dal, or a little ghee. And this makes it so practical. You can forget about kitchen scales and measuring cups. Just like nutritionist Dr. Supriya Sharma from AIMS suggests, you can literally use your fist. It's like a built-in guide you carry with you everywhere to get your portions just right every single time. How simple is that? All right, so how does this formula actually hold up with the food we love to eat every day? Let's have a little fun and put two of India's most popular meal styles head-to-head. We're calling it Thali Wars, and we're going to see where they're awesome and where they might be hiding some sneaky imbalances. So, in one corner, we've got the super rich and hearty Punjabi thali, and in the other corner, the classic, comforting South Indian plate. Now, both are absolutely delicious, right? But when you look at them nutritionally, they're actually worlds apart. Let's break it down. First up, the Punjabi thali. I mean, with that incredible dal makhani and all that generous butter and ghee, it's no surprise that the fat content can easily sneak up to around 35%. Now, that's a whole 15% more than what our magic formula recommends. But here's the thing, look how easy the fix is. We are not talking about a total diet overhaul here. Just a little less ghee, maybe swapping out one roti, and boom, your meal is right back in that perfect balance. See? It's all about making small, smart tweaks, not huge sacrifices. Now, let's flip over to a common South Indian plate. Here, you often have the opposite issue. With delicious things like idli, pongal, or a big helping of rice, the carbohydrates can really take over the plate, sometimes hitting 60%. And that often leaves you with a bit of a protein gap, with protein making up only about 15% of the meal. And again, the solution is just as simple. But notice the difference? Here, instead of taking something away, you actually get to add something delicious. A simple protein-packed side dish, maybe a moong dal chila, or a tasty vegetable stir-fry, is all it takes to fix that balance perfectly. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's talk about some clever jugads, those smart little hacks. These are some sneaky tricks you can use to instantly make any thali healthier, no matter what you're eating. These are just brilliant. So you want to cut back on rice, but don't want to feel cheated? Just hide some mashed pumpkin or squash under it. You get that volume and a nice fiber boost. Need a quick protein hit? 1 spoonful of sattu or roasted chickpea powder mixed into your raita gives you a stealth 3-gram protein boost. And for fats, don't stick to just one oil. Blending them, like using both mustard and coconut oil, gives you a way healthier fatty acid profile. Simple, right? So, you're probably wondering, do these little changes really make a difference? Well, they absolutely do. And this number right here, 27%, this is the proof. So what does it stand for? A major study from the National Institute of Nutrition in Hyderabad found that people who ate a thali that was balanced, just like we've been talking about, had 27% more stable blood sugar levels. Now, this isn't just some abstract theory. That translates into real-world benefits, like more consistent energy all day, fewer of those afternoon cravings, and just overall better metabolic health. To really see how powerful this can be, let's look at a real-life example. This is the story of how one person took this formula, put it into action, and got some pretty incredible results. Meet Riya. She's an IT professional from Bangalore. And her problem is so common, that massive energy crash right after lunch, which then led to her craving junk food in the evening. Her old lunch was super heavy on carbs, but by just swapping to a new thali that followed the 50-30-20 rule, with one multigrain roti, protein-rich rajma, and a fiber-rich veggie side, the change was amazing. In just 3 weeks, she said she had double the energy, and she lost 4 kilograms. Okay, so we've seen the science, we've learned the hacks, and we've seen the real-life proof. So now it's over to you. It is your turn to take control of your plate with one tiny challenge. I want you to ask yourself this very simple question. Don't feel like you have to change everything all at once. What is the single easiest change you can make to your very next meal today? Maybe for you, the easiest thing is to just reduce your grain portion a little. Or maybe it's focusing on adding a bit more protein, like some extra dal or paneer. Or maybe it's just being a little more mindful about how much ghee and oil you're using. Just pick one. That's it. Just one to start with. And just remember this. Getting healthy is not supposed to be a war against your favorite foods. It's not about feeling deprived. It is simply about finding a sustainable and, honestly, an enjoyable balance. When you start focusing on proportion and you have a little faith in this simple, ancient wisdom, your plate really does become your best medicine. Thanks so much for tuning in to this explainer, and here's to your health.